Yo, all right. I have something that's funny to me. So this part isn't funny. I'm watching the Dynamo game, and then I turn on YouTube and look at max velocity weather, and there's this tornado. I mean, there's tornadoes quite a bit this year. There's a lot of tornadoes this year. It seems like there's more tornadoes than last year, and last year was record setting. So it just feels like there's more tornadoes this year. I think statistically. I also don't even think they're doing a good job because of all the people that have been fired. So it's like hard for them to keep up. They already had issues keeping up. So in any instance, there's a lot of tornadoes this year. Here's a tornado. Um, but this one's live and it's very large. You know what I mean? And it had just hit a house. And I'm sitting here and I'm like about to go down get some water. Um, fill this back up. It's filled up now. And I I go downstairs and I'm like, well, I'm waiting for the Dynamo game to end, and I want to show Rayfield downstairs. I would say my dad, but at this point, I'm pretty. Am I like Superman? Except if I get to be the overcomer on the throne of Yahweh, I actually am everybody's dad somehow, because that's what it feels like is happening in my reality, which is it's a bit difficult to deal with. Or is it? I don't know. Maybe it's easy mode. Maybe it's hard mode. It's just weird going into it from where I was. So, in any instance, I just find it hilarious. Like Rayfield downstairs. I'm not gonna say dad. I'm gonna say Rayfield because this is a weird thing. This is why I'm not gonna say dad maybe or whatever. Like he's watching something on storms, and I clearly do a lot of storm stuff. And I go down, and I'm like, I want to show him this thing because it's like a live giant. Look at the tornado; it's giant. And you know what I mean? Like it's in progress. It's. I think we could pull it up on here. Look, we'll pull it up on. Uh, oh, well, I guess not that radar, but let's find it. Which one is going to be over here? Probably yeah, where all the storm chasers are. All right, where's the closest? This one. This would be nice if we had more of these radar stations, but we're too busy spending money on other things, despite the fact that the storm activity, regardless of whether you believe in climate change and stuff, which, uh, you know, statistically, like last year had more tornadoes than every year but one. And that year was like an absurd anomaly until last year. So uh, now it's not, and I'm pretty sure this year is like on pace actually to maybe even do more, but like I'm not sure that it's being counted correctly because I'm not sure they could keep up. And I've already said this, but it's just like that's just the reality of it. So this is where this is, and just pick one of these. I don't know. So they're all looking, and it's a pretty ominous looking storm there, right? Well, that was really loud. But yeah, okay. So you can see it. This is the one that they're looking at. So it's an impressive looking tornado in my opinion, and I see tornadoes quite a bit. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking at tornado stuff like this, content like this. I'm doing the lightning stuff, but I go down and I try to tell him about it, and he's just completely disinterested. Like he is just in like not even like doesn't want to. I don't know. It's just weird. But by disinterest is like first I'm like, hey, can I show you something? And he thinks I want to show him something on the phone, and he's like hesitant, and then he eventually hands it. He's like, fine. And then I'm like, no, hand me the remote. And I wanted to show him like he's literally watching a thing on storms called Eye of the Storm when I like pull up the thing on the DirecTV stream and like it's the info. The thumbnail is literally a giant tornado. So I just thought this would. I was like, wow, coincidentally, he's already watching something on storms. This is perfect. I go down and just, you know what I mean? Like he seemed disinterested and to like an extreme degree, to a degree that was like dismissive. And even when I tried to make it like obvious through my statements and body language and like everything, like come on, you don't even like you can't even like just change your mood for a second to be like, oh well, yeah, that's interesting, but I just want to watch this or something, but nothing. And like, okay, things can be going on with him, but it's like, well, I definitely something's going on with me, like crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like, I just, I just thought he'd be interested. But I thought it was funny too, because it's like the irony of it. Like watching, he never watches Storm stuff. I'm like, I'm like, what are you? You know what I mean? He's not watching Storm stuff normally. It's just confusing. That's all. Is it confusing? At this point, I'm just like, I think it's meant to be. It's like they're a confusion mechanism in both my parents' brains to just like continue chaos. And I think, yeah, probably. But you know what I mean? That's what it feels like. Because they're just, I can't get them to like slow down and just like, I guess one more I'll add in is like, I'm talking to my mom about her working out and stuff. And she's constantly saying, like, she pokes at me like my toes are a little purpler than they should be. And like she is like worried and thinks I need to go to the doctor. And I'm like, well, why? Because you go to the doctor, and when the doctor tells you you need to do fitness stuff, you just complete like you come up with every excuse not to do it. When I tell you, you say I'm criticizing you, and you get angry at me, and you like take it to the point where you'll like explode if I don't stop. So I just go, what? I can't force you to work out, but and so it's just like I'm just like, oh, that's been my day thus far. But I mean, otherwise, not maybe not that stressful at the house. Otherwise, but oh, okay. Back to watching the the Dynamo game. So anyway, have a blessed one. I'll catch you next time. Hopefully the storm isn't that hit a house. That's one of the reasons I was like, let me go show this to my dad. This is hitting the house live. Um, it's just crazy that he was so. I mean, it's like legitimately so disinterested. It couldn't have been, but I don't know. Weird stuff is going on around me, so I'm sure there's a reason. But I don't know. Hope he's all right. Hope everything is all right around here. Like what, you know what I mean? Like okay. Anyway, have a blessed one. Catch you next time. Later. Yeah.